What's up everybody, it's AI-Driven Facts, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of cameras. From the very first Camera Obscura to the mind-boggling tech we have today, we're about to uncover some seriously interesting facts. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to have your mind blown because we're about to drop some serious camera knowledge. Alright, so before we had DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, or even smartphones with multiple lenses, we had something called the Camera Obscura. Now, this wasn't exactly pocketable tech. Imagine a box, right? But not just any box. This one has a tiny hole on one side. Light sneaks through that hole and boom, it projects an image onto the opposite side of the box. It's like magic, but it's physics. This simple concept was the foundation for every camera that came after. Crazy, right? Fast forward a few centuries, and it's 1975. The world is on the brink of a technological revolution that will change the way we capture and share moments forever. The 1970s were a time of great innovation and experimentation, setting the stage for the digital age. We're not talking film cameras here, we're talking digital. The concept of capturing images without film was groundbreaking. Imagine a world where you don't have to wait for your photos to be developed, where you can instantly see the results of your shot. This is the year Steven Sasson, an engineer at Kodak, changed the game. Working in a small lab, Sasson was driven by curiosity and innovation. He wasn't just tinkering with existing technology, he was creating something entirely new. He built the first digital camera. This device was unlike anything the world had seen before. It was a clunky, boxy prototype, but it was revolutionary. It marked the beginning of a new era in photography. Now, this wasn't your sleek, modern DSLR. It was a far cry from the compact, high-resolution cameras we use today. But every great invention starts somewhere, and this was the humble beginning of digital photography. This thing was massive, and it took a whole 23 seconds to capture a single image. Imagine standing still for that long, waiting for the camera to do its job. It was a test of patience, but it was also a glimpse into the future, and the resolution? Let's just say you wouldn't want to blow it up and print it out. The images were grainy and pixelated, a far cry from the crystal clear photos we're used to today, but it was a start, a crucial first step in the evolution of digital imaging. But hey, it was a start, and it paved the way for the digital cameras we have today. From that first bulky prototype to the sleek high-tech devices we now carry in our pockets, the journey of digital photography has been nothing short of extraordinary. Steven Sasson's invention was the spark that ignited a revolution, leading us to a world where capturing and sharing moments is easier and more instantaneous than ever before. Let's talk about some seriously pricey cameras. Cameras have always been a blend of art and technology, capturing moments in time with precision and clarity. But some cameras go beyond just functionality. They become symbols of luxury and status. Today we're diving into the world of high-end cameras where price tags can reach astronomical heights. Now, we all know cameras can get expensive, but this one takes the cake. Imagine walking into a store and seeing a camera with a price tag that makes your jaw drop. We're not talking about a few $1,000s here, we're talking about millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars for a single camera. A Leica Zero series number 122. This camera isn't just any ordinary camera, it's a piece of history. The Leica Zero series is renowned among collectors and photography enthusiasts for its rarity and historical significance. Owning one is like owning a piece of the early days of photography. This wasn't just any Leica, it was one of only 25 prototypes made back in 1923. These prototypes were the foundation of what would become one of the most iconic camera brands in the world. Each of these cameras tells a story of innovation and craftsmanship from nearly a century ago. This thing was a collector's dream, and when it went up for auction, it sold for a whopping $2.97 million. That's right, millions. The auction was a highly anticipated event, drawing collectors and enthusiasts from around the globe, all eager to get their hands on this rare gem. The final bid left everyone in awe, setting a new record for the most expensive camera ever sold. Makes you wonder what kind of photos you could take with a camera that expensive, right? While most of us may never get the chance to use such a luxurious piece of equipment, it's fascinating to think about the possibilities. Would the photos be any different? Or is it the story behind the camera that truly makes it priceless? Either way, the Leica Zero series number 122 remains a testament to the enduring allure of photography and the lengths people will go to own a piece of its history. Chapter 4. The Ultimate Camera Collection. Ever wonder who has the biggest camera collection in the world? Meet Dilesh Parekh from India. This guy is a serious camera enthusiast, and he's got the collection to prove it. We're talking over 4,425 cameras. From rare vintage cameras to iconic models, his collection is a history lesson in photography. I mean, can you imagine having that many cameras? It's like a museum in your house. Chapter 5. The First Photo Ever. Picture this, it's 1826 and Joseph Nicephore Niepce is about to make history. He sets up his camera, but this isn't a quick snapshot. We're talking an 8-hour exposure. That's how long it took to capture the first ever photograph. The image, a simple view from the window at Le Gras, but its significance is immeasurable. It marked the beginning of a new era, the era of photography. Chapter 6. Megapixels more than just a word. We hear the term megapixel all the time, but what does it actually mean? In the world of digital photography, it's a term that's often thrown around, but not everyone fully understands its significance. Well, it's pretty simple. 1 megapixel equals 1 million pixels, but let's dive a bit deeper. Pixels are the tiny dots that make up a digital image. When you zoom in on a photo, you can see these individual squares. Pixels are those tiny squares that make up an image, and the more you have, the more detail you get. Think of it like a mosaic. The more tiles you have, the clearer and more detailed the picture becomes. This is why higher megapixel counts are often associated with better image quality. Modern cameras can have sensors with tens of megapixels, allowing for incredibly sharp and detailed images. For instance, a 20 megapixel camera has 20 million pixels on its sensor. This means it can capture intricate details, making your photos look crisp and vibrant. So next time you see a camera boasting about its megapixels, you'll know exactly what it means. It's not just a marketing gimmick. It's a measure of the camera's ability to capture detail. However, remember that megapixels are just one aspect of a camera's performance. Other factors like sensor size, lens quality, and image processing also play crucial roles in determining the final image quality. So, while megapixels are important, they are not the only thing to consider when choosing a camera. It's essential to look at the whole package to ensure you're getting the best tool for your photography needs. Chapter 7. The World Sees in Color. For a long time, photography was a black and white affair, but in 1861, James Clerk Maxwell brought color into the picture, literally. He captured the first color photograph, but it wasn't as simple as pointing and shooting. He took 3 separate black and white photos, each through a different colored filter. Then, by combining these images, he created a single, groundbreaking color photograph. Talk about a game changer! Chapter 8. Get ready to have your mind blown because we're talking about a camera the size of a grain of salt. That's right, researchers at the University of Stuttgart developed a camera so small you practically need a microscope to see it. This isn't just a novelty. This tiny camera has huge potential in medicine and other fields where space is limited. It's incredible what technology can do when it's miniaturized, right? Chapter 9. Remember that iconic Windows XP wallpaper with the rolling green hills and the perfect blue sky? That image, known as Bliss, is arguably the most viewed photograph in history. Captured by Charles O'Rear in 1996, it became the default wallpaper for millions of computers worldwide. It's a simple image, but its reach is undeniable. It's a reminder that sometimes the most impactful photos are the ones that capture a feeling, a moment of peace. Chapter 10. We've come a long way from those early days of photography, and in 1858 photography took to the skies, literally. Gaspard Félix Tournachon, also known as Nada, captured the first aerial photograph. He soared above the Bièvre Valley in France in a hot air balloon, camera in hand. It was a daring feat that gave the world a whole new perspective. It's amazing to think how far aerial photography has come since then, with drones and satellites capturing breathtaking images from above. outro. And that's it for today's video on mind-blowing camera facts. From the Camera Obscura to million-dollar Leicas and cameras the size of salt grains, we've covered a lot of ground. Hopefully you learned something new and maybe even gained a new appreciation for the incredible world of cameras. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.